How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Factorio. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And let's get into another episode of a fairly long-running series. I feel like this DLC is quite lengthy in a lot of the just newness that it has to it. So a couple things to go over is we have added an orange science ship. Not my design, just found one off the internet that seems to work. I had to downgrade a bunch of the modules on it, or a bunch of the items on it, because it was of quality, and we don't currently have the better quality stuff unlocked yet. A lot of it just deals with getting things very efficiently and running with a lot of efficiency modules, which is quite interesting, and then tons of storage. And it's supposed to be a beaker. I want that to be on the record. It is supposed to be a beaker according to the author's description of the ship. However, use your imagination and shape abilities. It's a beaker, not whatever else you might think it is, as one of my friends pointed out. Anyway. So we finished up on Vulcanus. We have essentially a fairly stable production of science now. This area, I would like to ideally get some more tungsten, but unfortunately we don't have a really good patch. Like, there's kind of this guy. Like, I mean, there's some smaller ones we could definitely tap, but, like, there's just not, like, a good one. On our multiplayer world, we got one with 30 million, and it's in a decent-ish spot, which was nice. Although we did have to destroy a medium demolisher, which was a pain, but we did it. Essentially what I'm doing here is I've got our 3 rocket silos. I got 2 going for science, and then 1 going for, like, other things that we're requesting. And then our giant guy here, the Enterprise, we're loading up. Or, well, rather, in between episodes, I mainly spent most of the time this week in between episodes just loading everything that I'm going to probably need on Fulgora. Spoiler alert, I kind of know what some of the things we're going to need. Yeah, we are going to be doing quite a few bot things for a while. Oh, we do need more of those, though. Let's probably go 100. And how many substations did I grab? Oh, we're going to need more than 50. Let's go, like, 200. Okay. And the reason being is, you'll see when we get there. For anybody who hasn't seen Fulgora just yet, it is a beast. Vulcanus was fairly nice and simple. The big worms, bit of a pain, but otherwise they don't really hurt you, so we should be good. However, Fulgora has its own interesting problem of min-maxing, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. So right now what we're doing is I'm just waiting right now in the immediate short term, because I want to get 200 of these big mining drills on board before we head out. Did I grab? Yes, I want to make sure I had that. We have that, and then we'll be able to build the return rocket when we get there. We have pumps. I mean, a lot of the stuff, like I said, when we came here to Vulcanus, we had the ability to pretty much make everything we need. Our little bootstrap setup here, we have the ability to pretty much make all we need. However, on Fulgora, although that is still the case, we pretty much have all the stuff we need to make anything we need. It's just a little bit different in how it gets done. Here we just turn molten rock into stuff and pour molten stuff in beakers, which I'm starting to wonder, are we using the tungsten as the container and then filling it with molten copper? They're the same color. I'm just saying. So we're loading these up. Looks like these have almost fully. We need 3 more rockets of that. Building the rockets right now. These 2 are both going to launch. We probably, if we have them, I'm gonna just throw speed modules in it. I could throw, whatchamacallit, productivity in order to stretch the resources. Well, because I believe technically you do productivity in them and then speed modules around them. We'll probably redo this at some point when we get speed 3s and productivity 3s, but for now I'm just going to do the speed. So we're finishing up that, which is coming here, and then we're going to send it back to Novice to pick us up, because we're not currently on it. We are on Novice, which, just for a small recap, everything here has been going fairly well. I don't think we've made any major changes. I did add reinforced concrete because we need this for rail supports. So I've just been building a ton of those. Modules haven't changed. I do need to redo this design because this is an old design that I got from someone. And it works. Not great, but it works in the newest version of Factorio. It worked really well back, I think it was 1.0 is when it worked really, really well. However, now with 2.0, the tier 3 modules require additional resources, or an additional resource input that we don't have set up here. So unfortunately, it just doesn't make sense for us. The uranium's doing fine. The reactor is doing fine. Trains are all going well. Trying to think if there was any other changes I have made. I don't think there are any other changes we've made since we last looked at Novice. It's kind of hard because, like, I've been going back and forth between this world and the other world that I've been playing with my friends. So, like, when I do something, I can't remember if it was in this world or that world. So it's like, just gotta make sure. Okay, is Orange Science full? It will be in one more rocket. Okay, so then let's go back to Volcanus. Let's go ahead and automatic logistics that guy. And then... Okay, so you are heading back. That's fine. Okay, so that will allow us to get 40 at a time. We only have 50 logistics on this planet, so they are not very fast. Okay, so we have 20 there. How many do we have on the Enterprise right now? We have 60. And we're getting them 20 at a time. So this will be 40 and 40. Yes. There we go. Now we have about 100. Okay. Doesn't make this job go any faster, unfortunately, because they have to come all the way over here to bring it all the way over here. What I might do is I might put storage chests over here, and make these guys, or put requester chests over here, so that way it pulls them already, so in between it just stores them here. Which might actually be not a bad idea. Except, I don't know, will they pull... I mean, yeah, because now... I'm trying to think of a way to force it. And then what we need forges. I don't think so. Do I have any here? No. Then I have the science ship just load up on that. Let's go ahead and make you 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go ahead and make you 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000. The reason I want to store 10,000 of each is just so that way there's enough of a buffer here, so when we have big upticks in science, it just can run. The only bottleneck now, though, is this base is only designed for 100 per minute of the other sciences, or a little bit over with the speed modules now. So the other sciences that we're importing, space science and orange, are both for 1,000 per minute, so a 10x issue. So we are going to have to deal with that. Okay, 120. That should honestly probably be fine. Well, we're going to get another 80 or another 40, and then... the rocket's already built, so I suppose we'll just let it do its thing. The rockets are built. Alright. And then... Fulgora is interesting because if we take a look at space map, Fulgora... there it goes. So, on Fulgora, it contains scrap, a lot of rock, and heavy oil. Solar power is 120% in space, so it's not bad by any means. Solar powered atmosphere, though, is like 20%. Energy usage. Huh, okay. There's no evolution factor, though. Interesting. There is an evolution factor on Volcanus. I'm curious to know what that affects. Very, very interesting. Anyway. Is our ship ready? Okay, once the next round of these gets sent over, we should be ready. Here they come. There we go, that guy's ready. There we go. Okay, both those guys are ready. We'll go ahead and send the ship back. We'll get on it. We'll also then load up the remaining few things we need here on Novice. And then, of course, we'll head out to Fulgora. Today's episode will probably be a smidge longer than normal, just so we can kind of get into setting up the initial base on Fulgora and hopefully getting pretty good spawn. I didn't look at the preview for it, so I don't know what it's going to look like. And that's okay, because I really kind of want to play on some of these default, or more default settings. Because I know when I start a speedrun attempt at this game to get all the achievements on 100% speedrun, that will involve making sure that A, we have everything set up, but also I want to probably play on default settings. Because I feel like it's more of an accomplishment when you play on default settings without things kind of already pre-built and pre-figured out on saves. Because like you can really min-max your time if you have your base already built for the map you're spawning into, where you just plop down your giant base, essentially, with your little starter nook. And it kind of trivializes the game a lot, in my opinion, for speedrunning. I mean, it's definitely neat to see, though, in order to get more of... Why are you completely stopped? Ruh-roh. Oh, because we never finished connecting it. Okay, I see. I see what happened. Oh, I guess let's do this guy. Okay, we don't need that guy. Okay, okay, there we go. Oh, except we don't have any more belt. Well, we have blue belt. Cool. I was like, why is it not working? It's because we had to redo this so we could get more storage on board, so that way we could have all the stuff. Technically, this is actually overkill. We're not even using all the storage, but whatever. Anyway. Alright, so that's gonna go down, which should then get us fuel, so that we should actually be able to leave this planet. I am going to throw in some speed modules into this. Okay. Should get us, yeah, a little bit more carbon per second. Ideally, we'll probably actually end up doubling this. There we go. Okay, I was gonna say, are we actually getting fuel down here? We are. And this guy, yeah, the temp. These guys are maxed, steam is maxed, life is good. Okay. We are on our way back to load up. Because these are the voyages. Spaceship Enterprise. It's funny as I like Star Wars more than Star Trek, but giant circle easier to build than some of the Star Wars ships. Although I suppose giant triangle or pizza slice might be a little bit easier. This makes it easier to, I think, lay out than the giant triangle, but who knows? Maybe I'll make a Star Wars ship next. Or maybe that will be the big one that I build. Because I don't think this ship will make it very far into the unknown. This is merely an exploration vessel. That's not what I wanted. I want this guy, but I want... Okay, so we're heading to Novice. We're going to unload, and then we're going to head over to Fulgora, from which point we will begin our colonization of the planet. We'll put it that way. Our nice journey through space. On Volcanus, I think we've looked at everything here that I've changed. I know one of the changes I made was adding a second line of heavy oil. This was really funny as this design here gets completely trivialized once we get some technology on Fulgora, because we went to Fulgora first in our multiplayer world and then went to Volcanus. So some of these designs get completely trivialized by having some of the machinery from Fulgora, which I think is funny. This design here I actually have to completely redo because I discovered there was a fatal flaw in it. These generate 5.62 per second, which 5 of them is over 25, and half of a blue belt is 22.5 items per second. So some of these aren't working, so technically we are underproducing what we need. However, with Express Belt, which we researched, awesome. Or Turbo Belt, excuse me. It's not Blue Belt's Express Belt. Turbo Belt or Green Belt is 60 items per second, so 30 per side. So this will be ample for both. So that is important to know. Our inventory is emptied. You guys are loading up. Travel to the Enterprise. Okay. And we're getting the pretty much everything we need. There's not enough to fill a rocket. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, I guess we'll just take what we can get then and deal with the rest. That should hopefully be enough then. Okay. 20, 10, 50. Okay, cool. We are now ready to head out to Fulgora. Off to a new adventure into the unknown. The perils ahead will be interesting. It's kind of fun just sitting here going through space, seeing what we can see, especially all the little chunks. And it's like, oh, bigger chunks. And then it just keeps getting, oh, more chunks. Definitely think we're gonna have to start researching better laser damage. I'll just do that. That will keep research busy for a while. Nukes we don't need. You can go at the end. What are we actually missing for science to go faster? Is it production or something actually just not being produced? Red science because of gears, because... Oh, we didn't speed module the gears. Well, that should solve the red. Gray or military science is lacking. Not technically anything. It's all satisfied. It's just not enough. That's fine then. I suppose we could fix this, though, by... Let's see, we could probably do it like... this. Oh, except there's lubricant in our way. Fudge. Well, that's an issue. Okay, well, I guess we are not getting more of this. Currently, we are then stuck to what is essentially 2.5 per second. So then, a little over 120 then. Well, I guess we'll take we'll take what we can get there. We are now at Fulgora, so let's go ahead and drop to planet. I will say I enjoyed reading the Friday facts about this, of how they did this sequence, and how it's like 3 different sets to get onto the planet. Okay, not bad, not great, but not bad. Okay, well, like I said, not great, not bad. Oh, did I bring? I should have. Did me and my infinite wisdom mess that up? No. Okay, let's bring that down, those down. Hope we don't get hit by lightning. So the one of the unique mechanics on this planet is, notice how we have this little thunderbolt on us. That means we can get struck by lightning. But if we stay here, under this guy, a natural lightning attractor, it doesn't generate any energy, but it keeps us safe, which is important. Now, the other funny little mechanic is this oil here. You can walk on it, but you can't build on it. So it's like you can traverse the islands, but you can't build on it. The only way to cross it is using rails, and we'll see that in a couple episodes, or probably next episode. One of the things I will say that I wish you could see is the lightning protection range on your map. That is not currently a thing. I wish it was, because trying to figure out where you do and don't have coverage is a bit of a pain without having a lightning rod essentially in your hand. Okay, we need to find an island that is large-ish. Ow. As you can see, you very well can get struck. Okay, so far nothing. The darker sections make you even slower. However, the lighter portion still reduces your speed, but not by as much. Lightning, I believe, also only happens at nighttime, so during the day you're safer than you would be. Okay. Oh, not as promising. I mean, promising, but Not as promising. Let's head up over here, see what we see. Because we want a large island. Because in order to do a factory here, you need a pretty big island. Now, I have no idea where or if we will find one in this episode. If we don't find one shortly, what I'll probably do is we'll just build on, like, this island, or... Yeah, this would probably be a fine starting island. Oh, it doesn't have any scrap, though. Let's see, does this guy have any? At least until we can get radars down, as well as some other technology that we're gonna need just to kind of scout. Oh, okay, this guy's pretty big. Okay. Well, we might have found our island that we're gonna build on. Oh, we definitely found our island we're gonna build on. Okay, well. This is good. This is good. This is really good. Okay. Doesn't have an end. I like it. Okay, yeah, we're definitely building here. Like, this has just, like, all the space we're gonna need. Okay, yeah. Really massive island, so that's perfect. Hopefully I don't die. If you do, in fact, die on a planet, fun fact, you just respawn at the spawn of the planet. So you can get soft locked on a planet if you don't prepare accordingly. And I say that because this planet I don't think you can get soft locked on, actually. But because you can get all the resources you would need to eventually get off the planet here. So we have scrap here. A little scrap down there. So I think what we'll do is we'll set up the starter stuff here. Main production here and other stuff up there. Yeah. Okay. So then we need... I guess we'll set it right up over here. Alright. Okay. So we need to bring down power poles, substations, mining drills, and accumulators. And I'll show you why we need the accumulators here in a second, and we'll bring down big power poles. Okay. Oh, and I need construction robots. Okay. Thank you. So the problem, or one of the problems, is notice it doesn't mark the ruins, which I don't really like. So I have to manually go in and set it to all the things that are on this planet. So all these Fulgorian ruins. I know some people probably want to keep them because it, like, makes things look nice. However, I don't think it does. So, we're gonna grab these guys. And the reason we're going to is because we need the materials here to make one of these guys. Now, in order to get brick, we need to smelt it. So we're just gonna make a furnace. Do we have a fuel source? Oh, crud. Well, We might be able to use this and this. Let's see, can we use rocket fuel in a furnace? As terrible of an idea as that is. Yes, we can. Okay, so this is gonna give us a stone brick. Okay. So, we can now make ourselves one lightning rod. And what this lightning rod will give us the ability to do is notice that blue area is areas protected by the lightning, or these lightning rods. So I can set this guy here, and it doesn't need to be connected to anything. So it's going to say it's not connected to the power grid, and that's fine. Because how you get power on this planet is through the lightning rods. So what I can go ahead and do is I can set up something, say, oh, that's about good. Like a so. With the accumulators, and just so that way before the next one goes off, do something like that. So now these are all connected. So when lightning strikes, it will get attracted to hitting this rather than an object or me, and it will go to that. And so what we can go ahead and do is remove that, but notice now up here is not protected. So what we need to do is we need to make some more lightning rods, throw them down, because these ones we can't connect to. See the efficiency? It says 0. The efficiency on these essentially means they'll attract the lightning. They'll protect an area naturally, but we do not get any energy from them. So to get the energy, we need our lightning rods. And then also, as you can see, as we're dismantling things on the planet, we're getting stone, steel, gears. Because essentially, I believe, lore-wise, there is a planet, or there was a people here on this planet at one point, but no longer. And so we could just put a lightning rod there, use up one of our little squares, which is perfectly fine. We're then going to just go ahead and grab all of our accumulators, so we can have a little bit of a power bank. So essentially, you generate all your electricity at night, and then you store it up in accumulators for later. We can eventually get and use nuclear as an option. But we may or may not end up actually doing that. Okay. Just depends on the size of things. For now, we're just going to go ahead and use this guy. Okay. I'll just throw that in our trash. Thankfully, as you add the lightning collectors down, they do expand the range, so they will overlap and expand each other's range a little bit, which is really nice. Okay, let's throw these guys down. And because I don't want to do all this constructing, what we're going to go ahead and do, we are going to call down the roboports that we have, maybe. Roboports. Cool. Get those down, because then we can actually have these these construction robots doing stuff and things. Maybe. Yeah, alright, cool. We're just gonna draw this right here so we have somewhere to hook up power for the roboports. Okay, and then are they going to complain that there's nowhere? Yeah. That's a bit of a problem. 'Cause I don't think we have... No. Because they won't take passive providers, unfortunately. So that means we need to make storage chests, which means we need circuits, which we don't currently have. But did we not... Okay, we can make a recycler if we do concrete, that and that. Okay, so to make concrete, what do we need? We need iron, that, and water. Huh. Water is going to be a little bit tricky to get here. Although, we have water here, and more importantly, we have water in the form of ice. Okay, that should have put the ice in here. Maybe. Did it not? Does it just delete the ice? I thought other items it just puts in here. Okay, so we need to get ice into there so that we can drop it down. Or at the very least, just drop these crystals down. I don't have any barrels. Problem indeed. How can we get concrete without the water? Because there is no water on this planet. So, we might have done an oopsie. Okay, let's drop everything in here. What we can go ahead and do is use... Because we have the crusher. Yeah, so we can't send this down. It has to be the ice. Okay. It just needs to get in here. I mean, it doesn't really need to use a filter. Okay, if we can get it onto this belt, we can then make water and then make concrete that way. The other... Wait, nope. We should be able to... Oh, can we not? Aw, I was gonna say, we might be able to hand do it, but I don't think we can. No, we can't do the recycling. We have to have the concrete. Okay. Well, I think this is where we're going to call it. We are quite a bit over, but we are here on Fulgora now, which is awesome. I'm going to have to go ahead and have our ship, I think, go back and get concrete in order to be able to make the recycler, because I think that was a bit of an oversight. And then once we have the recyclers, then we'll be able to do some stuff. So until then, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was quite a bit longer than normal, but regardless, I think we did see quite a lot of interesting things anyway. If you guys enjoyed, smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, or anything else, leave that down below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and peace out. I shall see you guys in the next one.